The great financial reset is happening right now. I don't mean that hyperbole, and I don't mean that for clickbait to get you into the video. I mean that literally. We are watching the financial system be reset right now in real time, and we look around the market, and it's a ghost town. We are seeing the fundamentals of these investments being laid out clearly in front of us, and nobody's picking up on it. So in this video, we're going to walk through all these news stories to show you that not only is Wall Street here, the big players, institutions are here, they are now rolling this out to retail. We're going to talk about Zebec, we're going to talk about Quant, Ondo, Stellar, Ripple. We're going to put all this together to show you how these chains are actively changing the financial system right now as we speak. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first one's going to come from BSCN, and this has to do with the DTCC and Trump accounts. This is a big move. We have until July 4th before we see this to take place. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So it says the DTCC preps its system for the July 4th launch of Trump accounts. If you don't know what Trump accounts is, so if you have a child, I believe it's from 2025 to 2028 or 2024 to 2028. I'm not sure about the dates. The government will put $1,000 into a savings account that is rolled into the stock market. Essentially, it's going to help the economy out is the bigger picture here, while it also helps out the families, right? And the DTCC states this. It says, DTCC frames it as extending the same plumbing services like FundServe and ACATS that already move retirement and education accounts, so the new accounts work across providers from day one. And this is something that the DTCC has been speaking about since February 18th, 2026. You'll see here from their actual filing, and then you'll look over here and saying that a new social code Trump count in advance of the July 4th launch date. So they've been talking about this launch date since February 18th, 2026. So when we see this coming from Ondo, it should be no surprise. It says AI agents can now trade tokenized stocks starting today, moving 40,000 or more than 40,000 virtual AI agents can now trade 430 plus Ondo tokenized stocks through treasures. Algorithmic trading already dominates equity markets, but real execution edge has stayed mostly with institutions. That advantage is now extending to autonomous agents with Ondo tokenized stocks. Traders can now leverage agent hedge funds, copy trade vaults, autonomous portfolios, 24/7 programmatic trading. The world's largest market is opening to its newest class of autonomous participants powered by Ondo. Then naturally from Quant, we get every institution has a security parameter. Public blockchains don't recognize it. And what they're talking about is their new update, the Overledger and Fusion firewall enforcing access and compliance across every chain. And if you follow me on X, you probably have saw this. But what I stated was, think of it as building a secure locked gate plus a firewall around the otherwise open world of public blockchains. This is especially important for tokenized assets. Isn't the DTCC going live with some test run or something by July 13th? This is probably just a coincidence. So since 2025, we've seen the rise of stable coins. We now have the asset that needs to move the value back and forth, right? The pegged 1-to-1 to US dollar or whatever currency. That is a key point, which has already been done. Now we're seeing that the stock market is being tokenized, RWAs. We're seeing now more security layers are being implemented. We're seeing more legislation and regulation being placed around the crypto space as a whole. But we're also missing legal protocols to help, which we're going to talk about that through the power of IBM and Hedera. Then we're going to talk about what RLUSD did on the XRP ledger that flipped Ethereum. Then we're going to move into what Zebec is doing to bring this to real life for retail that can actually interact with this new type of financial system. So stick around for that as well. But before we do, guys, I want to talk about a video we did. So we did a live the other day. So thank you to everybody that has made the live. It was a fun experience. I will do them again. It was a lot of fun there. And in that video, we talked about Algorand and being quantum resilient. So if you missed that, I actually clipped a little piece of that. It's about 8 minutes long. It's this video here that will be coming out tomorrow if you're watching this in real time. So check that out. Really good information about Algorand if you want to learn more about it. And guys, while we're here, if you could hit that like button if you like this kind of content, that'd be very much appreciated. And if you like the kind of content where we bring you facts, not any kind of hopium, and we give you a different way to look at the crypto market, please consider to subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you part of this channel. And if you do need a Tangem wallet, I do have a code DC10. This will give you 10% off of your Tangem wallet. If you watch that live stream, you'll see that all my affiliate links goes to NAMI for mental health. So I donate all my affiliate link proceeds to charity to help people that have struggles with mental health. That's big on this channel. So if you need it, DC10 if you're in the market. All right, so let's keep going, guys, and let's talk about what we were just talking about, but the legal protocols that we need. And this is where Hedera and IBM, Google, other chains, big announcement here. So check it out. It says AAS, which is the American Arbitration Association. It says AI agents are transforming the future of commerce, helping people and organizations form agreements, execute services, and move value with greater speed and efficiency. But participants need to trust that the transactions are understandable, accountable, and resolvable when disputes arise. That means there needs to be a reliable way to know what was agreed, which terms were applied, who authorized the agent, and what resources exist. Introducing the Legal Context Protocol, or you'll hear it as LCP, this new open standard introduced by the AAS, Intra-Ledger, and a coalition of the industry leaders, including Google, IBM, Circle, Wafer, Stellar, Alpha Labs, Cardano, Hedera, Aptos. Man, it keeps going, guys. I won't read them all. Says make legal context discoverable and verifiable in agentic transaction. This is huge. They are bringing some legal certainty to agentic payments. This is huge. And then from BSCN, you'll see that Hedera joins Google and IBM to build legal layer for AI agents. But what I want to point out here is Hedera co-founder Mance Harmon said there needs to be a clear answer to what happens if something goes wrong. Gartner projects that the agentic payment economy will hit 15 trillion in spending by 2028. And we keep going here. We have from King Solomon, we are talking about the Canton Network. It says the global $3 trillion private credit market's first on-chain proof of insurance is now live. Built by T-Rise on Canton, powered by Chainlink, this is a major milestone for institutional tokenization. And then we get this post from T-Rise, of course, and goes on to say it. It says Chainlink's institutional Oracle infrastructure help markets verify the reserves behind an asset. Today, with Chainlink and Canton Network, T-Rise extends that same verification logic to what protects the asset, introducing on-chain proof of insurance for tokenized private credit, beginning with Kairos Digital Loan Notes program. It's going to be huge for you guys out in the UK. This says this is live already operational across our private credit offering in the US and Europe. As we roll down here, I'm just going to point out, because there's so much more to read, don't forget all my research is down in my video description. Under sources, you can find it there. It says Canton provides the institutional network layer. Chainlink provides the verifiable data infrastructure, and T-Rise delivers the issuance, administration, governance, and integration layer that connects them. Okay, as we look back at what we learned so far in the video, we have the DTCC getting ready to go live with Trump accounts July 4th. We have Ondo tapping into 430 plus Ondo tokenized stocks that's ready to go, more than 40,000 AI agents, right? This is huge. And then we look at Quant. Quant's providing a security layer that was missing. This is a big step to bring institutions in as well. They need to make sure that they are safe. And if they're safe, they need to make sure that they're legal, which we're seeing with LCP, Hedera, and Google. So we are seeing the steady incline of this institutional framework being completely redesigned. I'm trying to really hone in here, guys, how big of a moment this is for you. If you step back and you really think how big this is and what we're watching, we are watching the fourth industrial revolution not only unfold as it happens, but we're taking part in it by documenting it and also investing in it. This is a major moment in history. It's really cool to be here. I mean, that's why I'm excited, and that's why I do this. So let's move into the next piece of it, and let's look at what we're going to talk about with Ripple, flipping Ethereum. Then we'll move into Zebec. For anybody that's out there waiting for the Zebec, let me know down in the comments if you are a ZBCN fan. So let's get into it. This is going to be a big announcement. If you've been following the EU, MiCA, you have to be MiCA approved by July 1st to operate within Europe. So it looks like one of the bigger players out there didn't make this deadline as of right now. So check this out from Ripple Xfinity. It says, just in, the EU just handed Ripple a gift. Binance, the world's biggest exchange, is winding down across the EU after its MiCA bid failed. Billions in USDT liquidity now needs a licensed home. RLUSD is the rail Ripple already owns the keys to. If you've been following the channel, you know what the big announcement out in EU with Ripple was here recently, right? And then from BSCN, we have the XRP ledger suppresses Ethereum as a primary host for RLUSD supply. I won't read too much into it because I'm just going to show you here on rwa.xyz. You can see that the Ripple USD, the market cap $1.5 billion, freaking massive, right? And if you've been following the channel for a while, I've been telling you that RLUSD will in fact flip Ethereum one day. And a lot of people didn't believe it, but here we are. Look, Ethereum at 771.6 million, XRP ledger coming in strong at 804.3 million. If you go back over here to June 1st, like even just in June 1st, June 2nd, check this out. We have XRP ledger with RLUSD just sitting at 730 million as to where Ethereum was sitting at a cool billion. And now look at it. They are down comparatively to the XRP ledger. This is something we've been talking about. A lot of people saying, well, you don't need RLUSD for, you don't need XRP for RLUSD transact because look, they're on Ethereum. And this is why educating yourself is massive in this space. Because if you understand the bigger goal, where we're going to be at in 5 years, not where we're at right now, you can position yourself and get ready to execute within that time frame, right? However that looks for you, that's up to you. But you have the information to do what you want to do with that, right? And by the end of the video here, as we get past this Zebec, which is coming up right now, we're going to look at CoinMarketCap and show you the projects that we are talking about in this video and where they are sitting right now, and look at this price action comparatively to what we just read to you. And you tell me, do you think this is a true value of these assets? I personally don't think so. So let's move into Zebec. Zebec is making waves out in Germany. They are essentially looking like it's a test market to me, if you ask me, but check this out. Coming from Zebec, June 23rd, 2026. It says the Zebec Super App has cleared necessary regulatory requirements and has been submitted to both Apple App Store and Google Play Store, pending approval. We'll continue sharing updates as we get closer to the official release. So they're getting ready for the public retail, and this is June 23rd through the app stores, right? Which they'll get them. Come on, they're going to get them. And then we go over here to Zebec Network as well on June 24th. It says introducing the all-new Zebec Enterprise. Employees, contractors, vendors, all in one platform for global payroll and HR management, bringing streaming payroll to modern global teams. Then also from Zebec on June 25th, so we have 23rd, 24th, 25th, these announcements fell online. Keep that in mind. A major milestone for a stablecoin utility in Europe. AllUnity Stable has selected Zebec Enterprise to power Europe's first on-chain government benefits distribution program using, this is their stablecoin, EURAU on Stellar org. So Zebec and Stellar are working together. The program brings regulated digital euros into employees' benefits and enterprise payments with plans to expand payroll and workforce payouts across AllUnity's ecosystem. So Zebec is gearing up to go live. They are well positioned. They're in place. They're ready to go, working with Stellar. This is a big moment. And if you've been following this channel for quite some time, guys, we've actually been pointing out the fact that we're going to see Ripple, Stellar, ZBCN, SHX, all these projects are going to work with one another. And let me show you so you don't think I'm just kind of BSing you here if you're new to the channel. It goes back 8 months that we've been talking about this. So you've been following the channel. You guys have been plugged in and ready to go. So check this out. So we talked about this 4 months ago with the Canton and Zebec card, as you see here. And then as you roll down, we already have SHX, ZBCN, XRP, all working together. We talked about that as well. But I want to come back down over here in Algorand, right? About 5 months ago, we talked about Algorand, what they're going to be doing here recently. And then we scroll down even further. You can kind of see all these different videos we did in the past. So if you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. But we go back all the way 8 months ago and also talk about SHX, Stronghold. If you don't know about them, definitely check them out, guys. So 8 months ago, we have Zebec and Ripple working together. We talked about that in that video. And then over here, 8 months ago as well, we have Zebec and Stellar working together as well. So this is something that I'm pointing out, not to pat myself on the back by any means. It's more or less showing you the importance of why you need to make sure you're educating yourself on this subject and you understand why tribalism doesn't pay off, because they all will work together. It's a part of a bigger plan. You have to put it together to see the bigger picture, and that's the goal on this channel. And give you an example of all the projects that we talked about. I'm going to walk through each one of them to show you guys the price as of right now and the opportunity you have after speaking with your financial advisor to make sure it's the right move for you that you have right now, right? So check this out. We're going to move through them pretty quick. So this is Ondo at 31 cents, down 57% for the year to date. Then we have Quant, $65.43, $65, and we're down 32.69 year to date. And we also have Hedera, 7 cents, down 49.32 year to date. Canton, we have 14 cents, down 1.41 year to date. Then we have Chainlink, 7.29, down 44.42%. Then we have XRP, $1.04, and it's down 51%. Then we have Stellar, 17 cents, down 25%. Zebec, that's less than a penny, at 32.52%. So if we put this all together, guys, we are seeing extreme discounts in the market for these assets that I just showed you are going to be strongly connected to the new financial system. I'm trying to choose my words carefully here. So as I look at these projects, and others might see it as, oh, look, I told you, look, XRP is down $1. Get out of here. This is the worst thing ever. But when you put it all together and you see what's really happening, you see there's an opportunity here if you play your cards right, because you understand the deeper connection between all these projects and where they're headed in the future. And if you do your education and you're actually positioning yourself, the next 5 years can be transformative for you. So hopefully you guys enjoyed something in this video. Again, if you did, please hit the like button, share it with a friend, consider subscribing if you do like this kind of content. Before I let you guys go, take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, become the change you want to see in this world. Thank you guys so much for hanging out this long. I'll catch you on the next one.